What's up, guys? It's your favorite twins, and today we are going to be talking about Harlequin, Lady Gaga's LG 6.5, as she put it.
Yeah, this is a soundtrack album in conjunction with Joker 2, Folie à Deux. I think that this was a really interesting thing to do. I love the fact that it's an extension of Gaga's character, Harley Quinn. I feel like she brought something really different to the character. I got this ugly ass shirt on just because I kind of wanted to get in character myself.
I like it for this.
Thank you, just for this.
Like, I would not encourage you to wear that out.
Please don't.
But I like it for this.
We have yet to see the movie, but I've heard a lot of mixed reviews.
A lot of mixed reviews.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to touch on the movie before we dive into the music. I think with this movie, obviously, the actors are there to do a job, right? But one thing we have to remember is they don't see the final cut until, like, sometimes we do.
Yeah.
Or, you know, when they do their screenings, like the film festivals and things like that, that's when they see the final cut. So I know there's some rumors going around that it wasn't exactly how they imagined it to be, which can be kind of disappointing as an actor. You have one image in your mind going in to see the film that you worked your ass off on, right?
Yeah.
And then you leave the screening like, that's not the movie I was on set for. So
you mean to tell me I showed up every single day and I didn't see any of that in the movie?
You know, so we know that in a sense Harley's like bisexuality was not necessarily shown. So of course I think there were some key elements missing. Not saying that that's going to cloud my judgment when we do see the movie.
If we do.
But it's just something, if we do, it's just something to keep in mind. And it's jazz.
It is jazz.
Okay? You can't speak on this if you didn't listen to Cheek to Cheek or Love for Sale.
Come on.
What is it? It's that great performance where it's just a bunch of like, do you know what I'm talking?
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what she said.
Okay. I think she was speaking Sims.
Gaga's always been a lover of jazz, and I think that's something that'll always be a part of her discography, a part of her career, and I'm sure even now, in honor of Tony Bennett, rest in peace. But going into this project, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I knew there was going to be a lot of covers, pulling from the past.
Yes.
But I loved how theatrical it was. It really felt like a live show. I could literally imagine the setup in congruence with the movie.
Absolutely.
She did a great job at creating that world sonically.
Absolutely.
It felt like a soundtrack to your life, like a narration, like you could put it on in the background. Not that you're not paying attention to it. If I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking breakfast and Get Happy starts playing, I'm gonna get happy. I'm gonna get happy.
Or even Good Morning.
Good Morning.
Yeah.
The jazz swing, it felt very goofy, very playful, similar to even their characters, you know, Joker and Harley Quinn. So it was just great. The renditions kept it old school, so I liked how they would kind of start slow and then kick into some high energy.
Yes.
I didn't expect that in the beginning, but then I noticed, okay, this is a trend.
Yes, specific with When the Saints.
Yes.
Because when that rock element kind of hit, I was like, obviously an already classic, legendary song, and then you kind of add your own flair to it.
Church.
Now, we're not going to get into our top 5 just yet, but I kind of want to touch on some of the tracks and elements of the album. The song, If My Friends Could See Me Now.
Yeah.
I loved that song, okay? That saxophone was, sent chills up my body.
Yeah.
I love a saxophone, and I think with a lot of these songs, such as like Good Morning and That's Entertainment, it really showed that yes, Gaga's a great pop singer, but she's also a trained singer. I'll never forget her performance at the Oscars of The Sound of Music. That solidified that Gaga vocally is powerhouse.
I think that was one of the first moments where people were like, okay, everybody was talking about Gaga's voice, and she looked beautiful, man. I think you just couldn't ignore that performance.
Even with songs like Smile, or it reminded me of Nature Boy. Her voice was so soft, but so captivating. So there was a lot on this project that kind of took me back and made me just appreciate Gaga's voice all over again.
Speaking of Smile, I loved the French. I feel like French is a language that Gaga always has played with. Bad Romance immediately comes to mind.
Absolutely.
But I really loved that moment. Another moment for me was Folie à Deux, the song. I could imagine the two most twisted people in the world just dancing together in love.
Absolutely.
That song was beautiful yet daunting. Like, it was almost scary.
Yes.
You know, so I loved that. Happy Mistake definitely felt the most personal to Gaga. I took it as a mistake that was made right with a happy ending. I think that was a cool topic.
Yeah.
And the vocals on that one, powerful. The same thing with That's Life.
That's Life was amazing. To touch on Happy Mistake, that voice crack sent
Real.
chills up my spine. It was so well done.
But let's get into our top 5, all right? In no particular order for me, my top 5 is That's Life, Close to You, The Joker, that's entertainment, and Get Happy.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a song.
Vibe with those.
It's a get happy.
We got it.
Well, we don't have a similar top 5
At all? Okay.
For me, Happy Mistake is definitely there. Smile is there.
Okay.
If My Friends Could See Me Now, that's entertainment. And honestly, I think I'm gonna say Get Happy.
Yeah.
I love that Gaga isn't afraid to play with genres. I feel like some artists kind of, once they find their pocket, they just stick to it. And Gaga said, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm way too talented.
Yeah, way too versatile.
Way too versatile to do that. And we as fans and lovers of Mother Monster appreciate it. But let's get to LG7.
Gaga's definitely one of the most fearless artists of our generation.
Absolutely.
I think she's to be appreciated. I'm happy that she's still putting out music.
Oh, yes.
LG7 seems to be right around the corner. And it's looking like she's returning to some darker roots. And I have missed that aesthetic so much. The Fame Monster, Born This Way, black and white covers.
Yes.
The dark pop music is just, that's her genre. That's hers.
That's hers.
That's her area. And I mean, you wonder why no one else has ventured into it. It's because it's reserved.
It's reserved
for one person.
And I don't know about you, but I am ready for the rumors to start again.
Let's make the church mad.
Let's get banned from countries again, okay?
Yes. All in all, we are rating this album a 6.5.
That might sound low, but given the circumstance of the album, again, it's really just in conjunction with a movie. And again, a lot of them are covers, right? So in a sense, it's just appreciating Gaga's rendition of it. That does not go without saying that this is a phenomenal body of work. And also, for all the fans that I guess were disappointed.
What did you expect?
What did you expect?
The thing I can say is that even with them being covers, I think for me, it's already not completely my genre of music, so I'm stepping into a new arena.
Exactly.
So these are just personal ratings. We are not at all critics. We are not at all with Pitchfork. I did feel that it got slightly repetitive, maybe just because of the amount of songs that there were. But that was just my opinion. But all in all, the goal was met.
But of course, we want to know what you guys thought about Harlequin and the movie. Let us know down below in the comments.
If we should even see it. If you enjoyed watching this review, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, that way you know when we upload, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.